I'm back, you guys. Well, welcome everyone back to the Frankfurt Famous channel, where we're going to be talking about some great topics today. There's a lot of things being spoken about, players coming in, and also when are we going to see Havertz? It's time that we finally bring him and introduce him to the club. First of all, I want to start off with talking about Lewis Dunk, who's going to be a player that we've been looking into, possibly joining our club. Also, I want to talk about Havertz, and then we're going to dive into rumors about John Stones and why we think he should become a Chelsea player or why not. So without further ado, guys, let's get it. All right, Lewis Dunk from Brighton. Okay, I want to hear you guys' opinion about this, right? So we need a center back, right? We're looking for a leader. We need someone who's going to come into the team and make the difference, okay? There's a lot of things we saw during the season that we struggled with. Aerial duels is one thing we really struggled with a lot. We struggled with formation. We struggled with players being in the right spot. We struggled with talking, communication in the back. So Lewis Dunk has been rumored with a over $40 million transfer fee with Chelsea. All right. This player that we're going to be talking about right now, we have to look into things in a broader perspective, as he's 6'4", solid center back, your normal, English football, tough, rugged center back with qualities of leadership skills, has a great aerial duel percentage, solid as just a defender, but the things that he is lacking is pace, all right? What it looks like Chelsea is trying to do right now is, instead of bringing someone in from another country playing outside of the Premier League, they're looking at, you know what? Let's just bring someone in who has Premier League experience, so that it's going to be easier to train him to Frank Lampard's tactics without needing him to adjust to the speed of the Premier League. Sorry about that, man. Sometimes you got these cars just speeding by, but I apologize about all that noise, you guys. But let's jump back into what we were discussing on Lewis Dunk. What I think about this player is, I see that he has great positional qualities. I'm not going to say he's John Terry-esque, but you can definitely see that he uses his he uses his mindset, he uses his abilities to put him in the right place compared to not having that pace, all right? He knows that he's not going to outrun his opposition. He knows that his biggest thing is to put himself in a position where he's not going to be exposed. Plus, at 6'4", we know that he's going to be able to get in there and get those balls out that we've been continuously suffering from, which is always going to be something we can look at as a difficulty for us, because yeah, we have players, but we do kind of lack in the height. When we look at Lewis Dunk's stats, what do we see is that this player has 9 yellow cards, 3 assists, and 3 goals. Those are some numbers that you can definitely be sort of happy with, to see that he doesn't tend to get any red cards. That means that he isn't going to play with that mindset of, I always need to make that tackle. He's going to actually put himself in the position to give time for his players to get back into the right position and formation. We can see that he is very strong. It's going to be difficult for players to out-muscle him. A lot of things that we've been seeing with our players now. We do have some strength back there, but we're always looking to get tougher and stronger, especially playing in the Premier League. You're dealing with players who have strength and speed. One of the things that really worries me about bringing this player in is the pace. Because players are starting to get faster and faster these days, he's going to get exposed. And we see that these players like to go one-on-one with the opposition when they know that they're going to go against a player who isn't going to be able to stand up to them when it comes to that pace. That is one thing that is very concerning for me. The price tag is what it is. We're always going to be paying something that's overflated at the moment. COVID has done that, so players are going to be going for a premium. But we want to bring in a player who's going to have the qualities to take us to the next step. And I believe that we're going to be going in for a player, yes, who has Premier League experience. We're going to need something extra from that player that is going to lock us down and help us to move up the ladder. We're looking to actually contend for the Premier League title. So you guys, let me know what you think down in the comment. Is Lewis Dunk a player worth the fee? Is he someone you think we should bring in that can actually help solidify the defense? Please let me know down in the comments. All right, viewers, so I got some breaking news alert. The 2021 blue and yellow Nike Chelsea jersey has been leaked. Take a look at this, you guys. Look at the color scheme. Look how the blue and the yellow just come together and make a great color combination. It's so elegant but graceful at the same time as we get that Chelsea blue and that yellow to brighten it up. I can't wait to cop this jersey, you guys. You guys need to get you one of these also too. All right, everyone, so some further updates on the Kai Havertz deal. So it does look like Football London has put out reports that Kai Havertz and Chelsea are in the final stages. Yes, that's what I love to hear, you guys. So we are negotiating right now, as we know that price tag is at upwards of 90 million. But it does look like we have some positive news coming out, as yet again we are in the final stages of negotiations, you guys. So the biggest details to conclude are performances and also payments. Those are the things that are going to take a little bit of time, just a little bit of time, as we want to make sure that we have everything wrapped up. And we know how Marina works. She is going to try to get the best deal possible on both ends, but especially on our end, because we want to make sure that we are going to be able to continue to bring in these talented players. So Chelsea fans, continue to stay optimistic, because you are going to be seeing a revolution. Just picture it, just mentally think about it. Lining up with Pulisic, Timo, Hakim Ziyech, and Kai Havertz running the middle. Just think about how much elegance we're going to be playing with, how beautiful the football is going to be increasing. We are now going to be seeing this dynasty built in front of our eyes. We have to really understand how much further we can go from here, because we have a lot of opportunity to bring in more talent to fill in the spots that we desperately need. But we see the direction that the team is going, and it feels good to know that Marina, Roman Abramovich are backing the manager and have full faith that he can bring another title to Chelsea Football Club. I'm excited, you guys, and I cannot wait for the next season to start. We are heading in the right direction. Yes, we had a year of a rebuild, but this is something that we are going to be able to speak about for years to come. All right, you guys, so let's talk about John Stones. This is a name that we are familiar with, but haven't heard too much about, but we are now being rumored with. Okay, are we having an English backline takeover, or what's going on? I'm confused, but English players come with come as a premium in the Premier League. It is what it is. But let's talk about some pros, and then let's talk about some cons. If this player is truly being rumored with Chelsea Football Club, we do know John Stones, especially with seeing him coming from Everton to Manchester City. I was worried myself, because I saw so much potential in this player and how much of a premium he was going to be to Man City's defense. We know that this player is very confident on the ball. When I look at him play, it's like a midfielder playing defender. He is able to contain the ball, get past his opposition, and make quick and decisive passes. Especially saw that time after time for Everton, and he's not afraid to get his head on the ball and also contribute on the offensive side to put some goals in the back of the net. We also see that this player is still young, so he has potential to get even better from here, and he has good pace, so he can keep with his opposition. Even if his player is turning him left, right, he gets himself in the right place to stick a foot in to stop a cross or a shot. was beautiful seeing this player, and him coming in and playing for England. We knew that we were going to be seeing someone who could be one day being the captain for England. There's some cons that we have to take into perspective, as he has only played 15 games for Manchester City. We know that he has been injury prone. Another thing that we have to take into account is that, man, what the heck just happened? It just got dark on me. All right, viewers. So I want to get back to John Stones and the cons that we're seeing from him. As we know, he has suffered muscle injuries, and we know that is very hard to come back from. And we see that he's not getting enough repetition in and hasn't been playing enough games. So I definitely think if we are looking to bring in a player of his personality, I think not buying the player, but let's go for more of a high reward, low risk, and look at possibly getting him on loan. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. So I want to thank you, viewers, for tuning into my show. Please let me know what you think about Lewis Dunk. Is it a yes or is it a no? How do you guys feel about Kai Havertz finally joining the club? And we're hearing some great things moving forward. And also John Stones. Should we go in for that high reward, low risk loan it is? Or should we be bringing in this player on a permanent? Everyone, please don't forget to like. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Come on, Blues.